Hello and welcome back. This is the third and final part of this series, and in this video I'm going to share with you the second half of the process that I've been now doing for over 12 months, and it's the process that helped turn my life around. A little further on, I will recap the whole system, and I will also share with you the ingredients that I put into my daily healthy smoothie to give you an idea of what you can add and put in yours. So without further ado, let's get going and let's get started. So this is a really important part of the day for me. I spend 2 to 3 minutes just being grateful and giving thanks every single day. And it's just something that we tend to forget or ignore or not even think about doing. But there are so many amazing things in our life and so many great things that happen. And when we acknowledge those things and we're grateful and we give thanks, we just attract more of those amazing things into our life. So for me, I do this on the way to exercise. Now, yes, I have used the E word, the exercise word, and look, I can't make this process completely so simple that you're not putting any effort at all. But I do recommend, and for me, I do exercise every day, well, 6 days a week, and I only exercise for 30 minutes a day. So my exercise routine is to go to the gym, and I generally do most of my work inside a gymnasium. Now that doesn't suit everybody and it's not ideal for everyone, but it's what works for me. So my drive from home to the gym is where I give my gratitude and my thanks and feel blessed for that day. So the 30-minute exercise routine is crucial for a couple of things. One, it gets the brain stimulated and gets us going. And two, it actually has physical benefits to our body. So for me, I choose to do 4 days on the walking machine, on the treadmill. And on those 4 days, I have a set of headphones and I just listen to podcasts or audiobooks. And I just listen to great thought leaders or great business leaders or things that will just inspire me and get my business brain activated and working. Now, it could be totally different for you. You may choose, I go to the gym because I like to go from point A to a point B, and the gym makes me accountable because I'm in an area. I can regulate the speed and how long I walk for on the walker, and believe me, I do not really ever rarely go over 30 minutes. Never built up a sweat, but 30 minutes every single day is apparently just perfect. Now, the other 2 days of my 6-day working in the gym week, I actually have a personal trainer. So again, the personal trainer is just something that will work for some people. For me, I know that weights is an important part of physiology, especially as we get older, because we have a lot of things that happen to us like osteoporosis and other things that can start to creep in. And if we try and maintain bone vitality and health vitality, then those things are either prolonged or maybe don't even occur at all. So I choose to have a trainer just half an hour twice a week, and they work with me to do my weights because I know that I would not on my own sit there and push weights willingly. So 4 days a week I'm on a treadmill and I'm walking, and 2 days a week I work with a trainer. Now for you, it might be that you don't want to go to the gym. You might just do your 30-minute exercise, and you might do that just walking around your neighbourhood or a park. And if you're going to do some weights, which I strongly recommend that you start to do, especially as we are getting older, maybe just get some hand weights and then just do some stuff at home. Or yoga is fantastic. If you have a video and you can use your own body for body weight, it's amazing for strength. So just work it around for what suits you, your time, and what you like. The whole secret is to do the things that you like and not the things that you're going to find you're going to struggle with, and start doing and then drop them off. So for me, I do love the gym. It gives me a place to go. It gets me out of the house. It gives me my driving time, which allows me to do my gratitude. It also gives me the time for me to inspire and learn with my audiobooks while I'm walking on the stepper. And I also get to train my body with weights, which is great for things like osteoporosis. But make it work for you. And if you go and do walks in the rainforest or parks like I do, and I love it, I don't ever substitute that for my routine. That's always an extra and it's a bonus. But keep your routine and keep your exercise regime, keep it tight and keep doing it every day. So make sure whatever it is that you implement for that part of the day, that it's going to work for you. 30 minutes, no sweating. It doesn't have to be anything major. Just something to keep the mind working, and you just feel that you've achieved something and that you're doing something, and that gets the adrenaline working and brings the good endorphins out, and you can't just help but have a great day from there on. So the next step after we go to the gym and we come back home or go to work is having a healthy breakfast. Now, when I say breakfast and I say healthy, I do mean healthy. It's important to fuel our body with good vitamins and good minerals. As I said before, I choose not to have vitamin supplements in my eating plan. So everything that I eat has to come from natural sources. And that's why I choose to eat really good stuff. Now, I have a choice of 2 breakfasts and I'm going to share them with you. They're 2 staple breakfasts and I just mix and match and change them around so that they don't become boring. But breakfast is essential. It's an essential part of the day, and a good hearty breakfast or a good breakfast filled with good nutrition and good vitamins will keep you going until your next meal, and it will start to help you avoid the need to snack unless you're snacking on good things like a few nuts and things that are actually good for your system. And again, you will know that because you will know what foods you can absorb and what foods you can eat because you would have kept a food diary. So after the healthy breakfast, this is another part of my favourite routine, and that's just putting my feet in the ground and connecting with nature. Because I know for me, I'm in my head all the time. I'm always creating, I'm always busy, I'm always doing stuff, and sometimes I just get so top heavy that my body automatically walks me outside to put my feet on the grass. And when you do that, you just have this grounding effect, and it's like the energy from under the earth just comes right through your body and takes away all that heaviness. So take your shoes off, go outside and pop your feet in the ground at least once a day and just feel that energy come through you. So ladies, that is it. That is the whole of my routine. That's as simple as it gets. Every single day for over 12 months, this is what I've done. There is nothing in that routine that requires a lot of work. Even going to the gym, you don't have to do that if that's not something that works for your routine and your time. Just do some walking. Just do a little bit of yoga. Just do something for 30 minutes because it's not only great from a physical perspective, it's great from a mental perspective. So here's the overview of my morning routine. Firstly, pay attention to your body. Become in tune to what your body is telling you. Keep a food diary. If wanting to start to feel good about yourself means losing a little bit of weight, and if it means just trying to get that energy back into your lifestyle, keep a food diary of what you eat. Notice what it makes you feel. Does it make you feel tired? Does it make you feel yucky taste? You won't know unless you record what you do. Wake up early. Drink lots of fresh water, especially in the morning. Nice spring water or bottled water. Bounce or jump for 2 to 3 minutes to get that body moving, get those toxins working. Relaxation time for a minimum of 10 minutes. Great if you can increase that to half an hour, and awesome if you can get to an hour. Just allow yourself to be with no distractions, and at the end of that, just set yourself an intention for the day. Morning healthy smoothie, not to be substituted for breakfast. Drive to the gym, gratitude time, or for you it might be just walking around the block or or doing yoga or whatever, and just spend the first couple of minutes giving your gratitude and thanks for that time. That's your exercise, and then followed by, well, if you can exercise and do a little bit of inspired learning, headsets while you're walking or you're doing whatever you're doing, and just listen to some of great things like the thought leaders and business and whatever inspires you in your day, whatever you love. Pop that on and get those juices flowing. A good hearty breakfast followed by putting your feet into the ground, letting the energy of the ground come through your body. So that is the routine. That is what I do every single day. And that is what has changed my entire life. I did promise I was going to share with you the ingredients that I put into my smoothies, and so here they are. Now for me, I use coconut milk. The dairy milk just made me feel bloated and actually I got quite nasally and quite congested. So switching over to coconut milk just worked for me. I still love the taste of milk, so I didn't have to get rid of it. I just had to find a substitute. Now in there I put a scoop of, I use vegan protein powder and I use the Prana range. Not prone to labels or brands, you just use whatever works for you, but there are good proteins out there. Try to get the plant proteins if you can, because they are a little bit more beneficial. I also use super greens and I use the mint flavour also from Prana. But you just put whatever super greens, it could be kale, it could be anything that works for you and your palate. I blend in a banana. I freeze mine so that when I blend them, they're nice and creamy. So the texture is nice and creamy, but you can just throw it in as is. I also use cacao, cinnamon, turmeric, lucima powder, and maca powder. Now, all of these things have some benefits, and the ingredients have some great, amazing things that they do for our bodies. So, for example, the cacao. Now, cacao, and I use organic, but again, you just need to start off with something and then you can then develop into those ranges and those things if that's important. But I find the organic is a lot better for our bodies. But the cacao nearly has 4 times the antioxidants of any regular dark chocolate. It contains protein, it contains calcium, it has carotene, and it also has magnesium. So they're great ingredients and great products to have in our body. The cinnamon. Cinnamon can lower the blood sugar levels that we have, and it also is great for helping reduce heart disease. Turmeric. Well, turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, and so it's great. It is a strong antioxidant, and I know for me, I struggle with a lot of neck issues, probably because I'm on the computer for such a long time, but I just found that including turmeric into my diet, it's like having a natural inflammatory. It took a few months, but now those pains don't seem to be as severe and aren't so strong around my neck area. So the Lucima. Lucima is a gluten-free product, and it is an amazing source of antioxidants and fibre. It has vitamins, it has minerals, and it's necessary for our bodily functions, and it's great to assist with the immune system. The maca powder has a high calcium level. It's higher than milk. And for those that are aware, coconut milk doesn't have a calcium level. So I need to supplement that calcium because calcium is one of the main ingredients that helps prevent osteoporosis. That and bone density, which you would get through doing some weight training. So not only is it high in calcium, it also helps balance the hormones, and it also may improve the moods. And I know for me, and I'm in my 50s, so the change of life is not something that's foreign. I have been going through it for a little while, and mood swings was absolutely, could be up and down. There were days that I could just pretty much kill anything or anyone, and there were days that I just cried all my eyes out for silly things. So the maca powder has an amazing ingredient. It's an amazing ingredient that actually helps with the balancing hormones. It also has minerals like zinc and iodine, and it does have essential fatty acids. So there are great products. They're great things that are in these products that I use. But do your own search and put whatever feels right for you. Now, the smoothie tastes nice. Can't say it tastes amazing, but you know it is palatable, and I have chosen to go with that over having fruit juices and sugars. This just works for me. Instead of banana, you can put berries in there. You can put whatever you like. You make it work for your palate and make it work for you. But try and keep it sort of not too high in sugar, and try and put in ingredients that have some sort of benefit to our body and our system. Now, the breakfast that I normally have, I have a choice of two that work for me and that are really easy, and that is either eggs or cereal. So for my eggs, I have them done all different ways. If I use the fry pan, I cook with coconut oil. I always add things like spinach and mushrooms. You can add in whatever you like or put them on the side, or however it works for you. And I do love to have toast. So I can't eat wheat. Wheat is another thing that actually bloats my stomach and makes me feel horrible, and actually does even cause constipation for me. So removing the wheat and especially the bread out of my diet made a huge difference. But I could substitute it with gluten-free bread or wheat-free bread that I could eat and have no effect. So it's just about, again, finding what works for your body. I don't have butter, but there is ghee, which is actually a substitute to butter, and it's all natural. And if you do like to have that taste, then you can look for little things like that to substitute so that you're not giving it up completely. So for my cereal, of course, I have gluten-free, generally make our own, and I chop into things like Brazil nuts, almonds and walnuts. Just out of interest, Brazil nuts are very high in calcium, so I do like to chop about 4 or 5 onto my cereal. I also sprinkle a bit of cacao, and I sprinkle a little bit of super greens, and I use coconut milk. So you can add berries or strawberries on top of your cereal. Again, make it work for you. You might like something other than gluten-free cereal. You might like a gluten-free porridge, or you can, be creative. There are some great cookbooks out there with things that don't involve wheat if you have an intolerance to wheat. And the only way you're going to find that out is by keeping a food diary and knowing what reaction you have when you have something that has wheat in it, like bread. So some of the symptoms to be wary of, just to give you an idea: things like bloating, stomach pains, constipation, yucky taste in mouth, tingling or itching in mouth, swelling of the lips, nasal congestion, diarrhea, dizziness. All of that can be as a result of what you put in your mouth. And the only way you're going to find out if any of these symptoms, if you have them, are due to the food that you eat, is by, again, keeping a record of what you do eat. But that's just to give you an idea of some of the things that you may experience that you may think might be something else that may be caused from what you put into your mouth. And the things that I eliminated from my eating plan were things like tomatoes, unfortunately avocados, a lot of the acidic, citrusy things that didn't work for me because it just gave me yucky taste in my mouth. I had to eliminate all that, including coffee and certain tea types. So again, you find out what works for you when you keep a record. It's very difficult to guess, and it's very difficult just to take something out and then go, well, it didn't make any difference after 1 or 2 days, so that mustn't be it, I'll have it. You do need to allow a week to make sure that it's completely out of your system, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but generally in a few days you will know if you don't have that food whether that sensation is going to come back or not. So ladies, that is pretty much it. That is just a quick step to what you can do or implement in your life to make some changes for you. So I do encourage you to just have a look at where you need to make some changes, what it is that you need to do to make your life be that fun, happy place, and for you to get up every morning and have the energy and the vitality. You need to decide and make that decision to find the path that's suitable for you. I hope that the things that I've shared will inspire and encourage you to maybe use some of these things, if not try the whole lot and see how you go. And I would love you to connect with me and let me know how you go on your path and what you found. And if you have questions, please either connect with me on Facebook or you can connect with me through the website, whatever works, and ask away or share some posts. And I really appreciate that you've given this time and allowed me to share my experience in the hope of making your life a little bit easier and making it a little bit better. And if there's anything that I would love to part with, and that is, don't forget the beauty of what we have in our lives, the beauty of what Mother Nature has created for us. Allow yourself the time to go into the rainforest or walk in beautiful parks and see the beautiful trees and feel the beautiful air and the energy that nature provides for us, and it's all free. So thank you so much. I'm very blessed to be able to share this journey with you, and I so look forward to connecting and meeting you again one day. And until then, love and blessings, and bye for now.